Back here on NSN tonight, Shannon Kelly joined with Emily Jaenson, former Reno Aces general manager. Emily, welcome in. It's great to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Great to be here.
It's great to see you. It's been a while since we've seen you. The last time we saw you was right before your TED Talk, which has led to some great things. Just tell us what you've been up to as of lately.
Yeah, so last year I was able to come in and talk to everybody about TedX Reno, which is an absolutely phenomenal production locally, but actually ends up on a global stage. So last year I had an opportunity to do TedX Reno, and my topic was on confidence. And the reason that I selected confidence is because I was so shy when I was young, and it was a huge barrier to me achieving my goals and doing the things that I wanted to in life. I was so shy I couldn't even order a pizza. I couldn't make a phone call. And fast forward to my first job working for the Chicago Bulls, and my job was literally to make 80 sales calls a day. So there was a lot of growth that needed to happen during that period of time to get to who it was that I wanted to be, and then continue to progress through my life. And that was becoming a more confident person. And the good news is, research tells us that you can practice behaviors to change attitudes. So in my TEDx Reno talk, I discussed those behaviors that led to me becoming a more confident person. And turns out the world is pretty interested in that topic. In 2 days, it'll be 1 year since that talk hit YouTube. And we've got almost 3 million views on my talk. And it was the number 12 most watched talk in 2022 of the almost 16,000 talks uploaded to the channel.
That is so awesome, which has now led you to your next goal of writing a book. You're in the process of it now. It's a long process. It's called Let's Go, a guide to increasing your confidence. And tell us just what that's been about and what inspired you to write it.
Yeah, so the book is filled with personal stories, my stories of my growth from this shy, small town girl to somebody who is going after all of their goals and dreams. And what I wanted to bring in the book was the behaviors that can lead to the attitude change. So it's a guide, it's a how-to, but also to let you know that my story is not special. I'm not that special. I'm a regular person just like all of you, but if we're intentional about the growth that we want to achieve, we can get there. There's also stories from women from my podcast, Leadership is Female, and they've told similar stories to the behaviors they've employed in order to get to the top of the organizations that they work with. And then it's also packed with research, because you can't just take my word for it. We've got to use the research to back it up.
So what do you hope people can take away after reading your book?
Yeah, I hope that what they take away from my book is to know that they can achieve anything they set their mind to. That really, if we dig down deep and we set those meaningful goals, we can achieve them. And this book is really a guide to really walking you through that process and how to do it, and also taking inspiration from these stories to know that you're not alone. I still practice these behaviors every day because I still get nervous before these interviews with you, Shannon. And I also need to boost my confidence to go after my next big challenge.
Well, that's really cool that you're taking these next steps now. It's the next part of your journey. What were some of the most challenging parts of writing this book? And you were just telling me a little bit before we came on air that it is a long process. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, coming from a sports background, I don't do anything without a team. And even though writing a book was a goal of mine, I didn't know how to do it. And so I looked around my network for people I could learn from and who could help lead me down this path. And I'm grateful to my publisher, New Degree Press, and the manuscripts team for helping me do that. Have a team of editors, have a team of people really teaching you what goes into making this book a success. And that's really one of the pieces of gaining your confidence is upskilling. And so I've had to upskill in my writing process and understanding, how to bring this book to life.
That's really cool. How did you feel like your time in sports, working in sports for more than a decade, you were with the Reno Aces for quite a while right here in town, just prepare you now for this next chapter as you embark on writing a book, and I'm sure you have much more goals that you want to achieve too.
Yeah, sure. So working in sports teaches you grit, teaches you hard work, how to get scrappy, and how to really achieve your goals, because you're working as a team to either win on the field or win at the box office. So working in sports has laid that foundation. I still get to keep one foot in, working with and coaching with some of the women who are at the top of their field, working for their sports organizations, and a few consulting clients who ask for my help. So it's been quite the journey, and that's the beautiful thing about life, is that sometimes we can close a chapter, but that's just for that time. It can be the end of a season and the beginning of a new one, but your experiences are what lead you forward in life. And with a more confident attitude, you have the ability to pursue the opportunities that are laid out in front of you.
You worked many seasons in many different sports.
I did. The word season has a lot of implications in my life, that's for sure. But another thing I'm working on is public speaking and talking with companies and bringing this message of confidence forward, because more confident employees they're more resilient, they've got better relationships with their colleagues, they bring their authentic self to work, they're more likely to achieve their goals, they're more motivated. And so this message transcends the individual goal and really has a huge impact on all of us.
So what's life been like since you left the Reno Aces? You were hired in May of 2018. You were the first female general manager in AAA baseball in nearly 20 years. When you took over there, you stepped down a couple years ago. Just what's life been like for you now?
Yeah, so it's season 2 without me, wearing my polo, standing on the concourse, and I miss it. I miss the fans. I miss my team. I miss watching the employees grow and really hone their skills and deliver excellence every day. Definitely miss those Friday nights watching the fireworks go off, knowing that we did a great job entertaining the crowd. But what it's offered me is a chance to coach my kids' soccer teams, pick them up from school, and take more vacations and spend time with my family and figure out, what this next chapter will bring to my life. And while I miss my role as GM, and I miss being that leader in that community, in our community in Reno, which I love so much, I know that in taking on this book and taking on speaking, I know that I'm going to continue to make an impact, and that's really my goal.
It's awesome. So your book, Let's Go, A Guide to Increasing Your Confidence, how can those pre-order it?
Yes, so on our website, it's, stick with me here, Emily-Jaenson manuscripts.preorder.com, or you can
have it on NevadaSportsNet.com.
Or you can just head to my Instagram or my website, emilyjaenson.com, and get all the information. Pre-order closes August 25th, so please jump on. The great part about being part of the pre-sale is that you will have your name in the acknowledgments, which means so much to me because you're part of this journey. You'll get to vote on the cover, you'll get early release to different pieces of the chapters, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. So please pre-order and join us on this journey.
Awesome stuff. Emily Jaenson, former Reno Aces general manager, stopping by. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We'll have much more right after this.